Forsaken Realms' Vahrins Call is an indie RPG that I've been watching closely for over 5 years now. I'm excited to announce that we finally have a release date, and it's actually not too far away, July 27th, 2026 for PC with full controller support, and it will be launching at the modest price tag of just $34.99 USD. This is not an early access launch, this is a full release. Now, Xbox and PlayStation players, all we know as of right now is that it is supposedly coming to those consoles shortly after. I gotta preface here by stating that this game has come very far since its initial reveal. It's even more impressive when you learn that Titan Rock, the studio behind Vahrins Call, is not only self-funded and has no publisher, but they're also a studio of just 7 developers, many of which had other jobs while working on Vahrins Call. Now, some of you may be hearing of this game for the first time, so let me enlighten you, and if you've already heard of it, well, this is a new day. We got new footage, a new trailer, and some new news. Forsaken Realms' Vahrins Call is a single-player, story-driven action RPG that is set in the fantasy world of Leda, in and near the war-torn city of Vahrin. The Forsaken Realms part of the name represents the universe, and we're told that the world of Leda is entirely shrouded by darkness on one side, while scorched by sun on the other. This is a likely soon-to-be franchise, the Forsaken Realms franchise, and Vahrins Call is the first game up here to set up some of the foundation. I'm sure many of you may be thinking a bit of Fable as you look at some of this early gameplay B-roll footage that I have access to, and yes, Fable was one of the inspirations behind Vahrins Call. We even have some of that British humor going on in their newly released trailer.
I almost got bitten by one that looked like a mutt the other day. I could have been a baker.
As well as gnomes that like to moon you.
And I swear to the gods I just saw a gnome move.
But don't worry, feel free to shoot them in the ass with an arrow. Some of you will be pleased to hear that the game features fully voiced characters in English.
This losing streak must end soon, right? No matter the Palawan I choose, they always seem to lag behind.
By real humans, and the game is being developed in Unreal Engine 4. While we don't have PC requirements just yet, we are told that we should get those a bit closer to release. Being in Unreal 4, I would say, gives this game a better chance of having more reasonable system requirements than if it was an Unreal 5 game. In Vahrins Call, you'll be playing as a customizable lone mercenary, and there will be a full character creator, but since there's no up-to-date footage of it, I'll just tell you that if it's anything like the old footage, there will be a ton of options, and yes, you'll be able to create some absolute abominations. But yeah, lone mercenary answering a call for aid from the city of Vahrin, and you'll be working to liberate the city whilst claiming your fair share of gold and riches along the way. This game is narrative driven, so expect a main story alongside plenty of side quests. And we're told that we'll be exploring semi-open areas that have enemies, quests, puzzles, loot, and NPCs, as well as experiencing more structured dungeon-style areas. So it's not a fully open world game. They more so like to describe it as a zone-based game. Vahrins Call features a classless character progression system where you'll be free to adapt, alter, or completely switch playstyles at any point in your adventure. I would say think of Fable here. You have melee, ranged, and magic playstyles all at your disposal, but what you want to focus on is completely up to you. And yes, a hybrid of all 3 playstyles is absolutely viable. Gaining enough character XP will have you leveling up and spending character points on increasing your core stats of health, stamina, and focus. Your character's growth will depend on the activities you perform, as the tutorial sign says right here. Your weapons will work off of a perk system where the more you use certain weapons, the more they will level up. unlocking perks and granting you perk points to spend on obtaining new skills and abilities. Some perks will even require you to find certain skill books in the world to unlock them, which is a great incentive to exploration. For spells in this game, you'll be upgrading your spells that you obtain at spell crafting tables, but more on that in a little bit. So this is clearly a more traditional style RPG progression system that they have going on here. Use it and get better at it. I personally love this type of system. I love to see it in games. As for the types of weapons and magic, I've seen shields, one-handed swords, axes, and hammers. And note that dual wielding is a thing. So some of you guys will be excited to hear that. It looks pretty cool. I've seen great swords, great axes, great hammers, bows, of course. There's plenty of different spells coming from schools of magic such as fire, ice, earth, and alteration. There's also plenty of different types of traps that you can deploy as well, such as claw, poison, and stun traps, polybaster barrels, and target dummies, which apparently can pull aggro. For your character's armor, there's slots for head, torso, hands, legs, and feet, as well as trinket slots, all with their own special stats and resistances. And as you explore, you'll be finding these weapons, these armor pieces, and these spells for your character. Sometimes you might find them in chests, sometimes as drops from opponents. Of course, there will be merchants that you can interact with, or earning rare weapons and perhaps even spells as well from certain NPCs that you do quests for.
I'll reward you with a great weapon. On my word, you'll not find finer weapons outside of the palace.
Now, as you're exploring the beautiful world of Leda, I really like the style of the environments in this game, definitely giving some Fable vibes. You'll also be keeping an eye out for plants and mushrooms and other lootable items that are scattered throughout the world, many of which can be used for crafting. So right here, the player is interacting with the forge, where they can craft various weapons and armor if they have the recipe and materials required. This leather grip sword, for example, requires tin, birchwood, wolfhound hide, and also coin to craft. Now, sometimes you'll need to dismantle items to get materials that you need, and this can be done at the dismantling bench. The player right here dismantles 3 weathered leather belts and receives 3 tin and 2 wolfhound hide. There's a trap making bench to upgrade, and I'm assuming also craft traps, but still, it's kind of cool that there's an upgrade system behind traps themselves. The spell crafting table is where you'll be upgrading your spells, which costs essence of earth magic and coin to do so. And we can currently see the spell categories of fire, ice, earth, and alteration magic. And the player has several spells under at least 2 of these categories ready to be upgraded. And the ones that we got a glimpse of are Fireball, Flaming Weapon, Flames, Scorch, Wildfire, Upheaval, Earthen Barrage, Earthen Shield, Stone Rain, and Quake. Now, we can't leave out the Alchemy Cauldron crafting station, where you not only craft potions when you have the required materials, but interestingly enough, you can combine potions to create your own unique potions that you'll not only name yourself, but you can also change their icon and their icon color settings. This player combines a transmutation resistance potion with 1 weaken pierce resistance potion with a weaken slash potion with 2 weaken hot resistance potions and 4 weaken spirit resistance potions, and then names this mix the Strange Mix. There's still so much more to learn about this game, but it's looking really good in my opinion. No, it's not going to be this AAA crazy huge release of a game. Many times those games suck anyways, and it's actually becoming more of a norm to see much smaller indie studios. In this case, we have a true indie really stepping up to the plate for us, hoping that this one turns out as good as it looks and can reach a decent amount of folks in the RPG community. This is not a sponsored video in any way, shape, or form. I just want to see these guys succeed. I've seen the evolution of the game over the past 5 to 6 years, and seeing that they don't currently have a publisher and all of that, they obviously don't have an Activision Blizzard marketing budget here. So Word of mouth, baby. Let's do our thing. Spread the good word of hopeful looking indie RPGs. So July 27th, Forsaken Realms, Vahrins Call. And I'm going to let the recently released trailer for the game play out now with no commentary. I'll catch y'all on the next one.
Well, this is a fine mess, isn't it? The earth groans, the walls crumble, and the enemy isn't even alive enough to appreciate the trouble they're causing. Have you ever tried fighting an 8th spawn? Slow, shambling, dumb as rocks. Huh? Easy, right? Until they start running at you, in groups. And the worst part? They just keep coming. The Cryaks are easy. You fight until one side gives up. But 8th spawn, they don't surrender, they don't negotiate, they don't even get tired. I almost got bitten by one that looked like a mutt the other day. I could have been a baker. Or even a blacksmith. There's good coin in that. But stupid, foolish me wanted adventure. Wanted to be a hero like in those stories you read. It's nothing like those stories. Fighting wars is brutal, bloody business. This damned place is on its knees. The banners have fallen, the screams have faded, and the crows pick at the remains of a city that dies in the mud. We're all that's left. A handful of battered soldiers, stubborn knights, and less than sober mercenaries. Most would choose to be anywhere but here, if their coin purses weren't so empty. You'd be surprised at how persuasive an empty stomach and a stack of gold can be. But let me tell you, it's not worth it. The job only gets worse. Don't believe the posters. Don't answer Vahrins Call. Or do. It's your decision. What do I know? I've only been here, awake, for 3 days straight. And I swear to the gods I just saw a 𝑔𝑎𝑚𝑒 move. Maybe I'll see you soon. Maybe I won't. The beer's good.